appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight oil. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak just my mind. Oh. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight oil. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight oil. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
So yeah, welcome to today's April 26 weekly wins. Today, yeah, there haven't been weekly wins for the past 2 weeks. It means we haven't shared anything. You haven't seen my pretty face for the past 2 weeks. Also, things have been happening on the Science Museum. So today, I think we wrapped everything up, and A2SV Science Museum branch is not something that's happening anymore. So I guess the agenda remains the same, right? We're going to be going over some personal wins, some organizational updates. Now that Emre is here, he's going to be physically giving us what's been happening on an organizational level, and then escalate updates. So that's something new that we have. I was told that Brian is going to join us. Yes, he has. So yes, Brian will be giving us some escalate updates right after APC organizational updates. You know, escalate currently we had a launch on escalate. You guys were all part of it. You guys part of the campaign that we were trying to push. Yeah, Brian here will be giving us. He is the chief of business for Escalate, so he will introduce himself to the team, and he will be giving us an overview of what's been happening throughout Escalate throughout the week. And then we'll be going over educational updates. I guess we'll be having either Brooke Sodo or Brooke McConan to give us the educational updates. Communication updates will follow, product updates, and then Dave's updates, finance will follow. And then finally, we'll be going over some G4 projects and code dev. And finally, our conclusive remarks by whoever senior member we have on the team will be given to us. So that's basically a rundown of what's going to happen today. So today, we'll be going over the personal wins initially till we have Emre back here. So do I have a volunteer to share some personal wins? It's been 2 weeks, so you guys can muster up quite some things to share with us. Maybe I can start with my personal wins, but you guys know what this means. If I start, I have the full authority to nominate anyone I see. So yeah, what happened throughout the week? So to my side, like most of you guys already know, I'm a huge soccer fan, right? Football. So Arsenal had a match against Chelsea. Like not a week ago actually. We won 5-0. So I guess that's we're still number one at the Premier League. That's something that really fascinates me. Really gets me going. I believe we have another match against Tottenham or United or Everton. I'm not sure which one. But this weekend there's also another match that Arsenal is going to have. Again, Liverpool lost, so I guess the Premier League title will still remain for Arsenal. So that's something that's exciting me. So yesterday, another one of my favorite. Wait, give me a minute. Yeah. Okay. So yes, another favorite artist of mine, 21 Pilots. Not sure if most of you guys know it, know them, but like they dropped a new music. It's called New Semester or Hang in There. I'm not sure, but it's another banger that they dropped. Very, very good music. So people with good music taste will definitely have some good time listening to 21 Pilots. And then another thing, what else happened throughout the week? I had burritos, Mexican food. I do not recommend. It was very salty. I had it on Chipotle, so yeah, that's something that I do not recommend. If you guys would like to try out some foreign cuisine, please go for either Chinese or Indian food. Mexican food is not my cup of tea, and I don't think it will be for most people. So yeah, don't go after that one. So I guess this is pretty much what happened throughout my week. Something that I find exciting. Apart from that, there is nothing personal that happened to me. So let me nominate someone here. Let's see if I have volunteers first. Do I have any volunteers? No. What? Who are you? Come here. Oh, you're a guest? So you're a burrito fan then? You like burritos? What do you, I mean, okay, who else has had burritos before? Tacos, burritos in a Mexican restaurant? Nobody? So it's her word against mine. Guys, trust me, you guys have known me for the past 3 years. I swear, it's horrible. Say about that? All right, come out here. Come out here, do some brief self-introduction. Tell us about yourself, and then tell us about this famous burrito you have going on. Come out here. What's your name?
Sarah.
Okay. Hi.
It was just a very nice coincidence that you brought up burritos. So it was... Hi. My personal wins, right?
Yeah, no, start this introduction. How many of you guys know who she is, by the way? This is my first time seeing. We don't know who she is. Nobody knows?
No, I'm a guest right
You're
now.
a guest?
Yes.
Okay, then state your business.
Yeah, okay.
Right? Let's get down to it. So let's start with your name and then we can go over the person. Mic to the mouth, please.
My name is Yapsara. Does it actually make a difference?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. My name is Yapsara Makonnen. I'm a software engineering student in AU. I'll probably be joining A2SV sometime soon. Okay. So to the weekly wins now?
Yes.
It's not technically weekly, it's been 2 weeks, but I renovated a family business into serving fast food, and in particular burritos. And because they're a very nice item and they're very fast food friendly. You know, in this country we don't have an actual fast food concept because yes, that's a very optimized fast food because the two main ingredients that you need in any fast food business is like potatoes and bread because they have the highest satiety index. Like nothing can, yeah, if you go into the details of it. Anyway, they're the best items to start a fast food business with. My point is, yeah, I searched up a fast food concept, but like it's not implemented here. You know, like in order to be fast food, like spend 300, like spend 300 for a burger or whatever. So it's kind of the inverse, where the healthy foods in this country are cheap and you know, the junk food is actually expensive. So I wanted to remedy that and create a food concept that could be, you know, that students like us could, you know, make their everyday item, yeah, and not office workers and people like that. So, so in do I have to explain it? But okay, in the fast food business, the main thing they do is that they optimize their delivery. So it stops from being a restaurant, or it stops from needing chefs into being an assembly line mode. So I wanted to replicate that and figure out a way that the food can be prepared under 1 minute. So after I figured that out, that I started it as a shadow kitchen and an already existing restaurant that we had, and it's been doing really well. Like it's been performing like 20 sales a day or so in the food delivery apps like PU, Zemo. The place is called Abis Burritos and Bowls. So if you guys ever want to, it's through 200 bir only. Yeah, yeah, and we have discounts on it and promotions. So if you guys want to have a taste, if you guys want to order, like I said, it's currently on yeah, the most popular food delivery app. So
Way to promote the family business.
yeah.
Well, I guess you should have a conversation with our rate team. Most definitely, they would like to have you on board, right? The babu? Right, that's the babu right there. Okay. All right. Okay. How about we have another? Oh, you're actually supposed to nominate someone.
Oh, okay.
Male.
Me?
Yes.
Oh.
They're trying their best not to lock eyes.
Yeah.
Just point at whoever you want. So I'm gonna.
Okay.
Funny how nobody's looking at her. No male dares. Okay, Canalisa?
Yeah.
Hey, Canalisa, come out here. Canalisa, how are you doing? What's been happening throughout the week? What did you do?
Okay. So I spend most of my time building A2SV Hub and working on Easy Pay, which is a new project we started. And for A2SV Hub, yesterday I got a notification saying we have over 1 million requests. We served over 1 million requests in April. So we have about 700 users, and we were able to process 1 million requests. So that was, yeah, my weekly events, yeah.
Very nice.
And
For how long is the time?
just April.
In April,
Yeah.
30 days.
Yeah.
So
About
like
27 days.
700 users, 1 million.
Yeah.
Like
So-
1,000, let's say. 1,000.
They make about
1,300
1,000.
transactions per student.
They make about 1,000 requests per day. Yeah, and there's about 20,000 page views per day.
Beautiful.
So yeah, and we generated about 100,000 submissions for 700 problems. So that's it.
Shall we start showing ads?
Here now. We'll prepare some demo and then show it next week or something.
No, what I was saying was like,
Yeah.
shall we show some mobile ads in how? Now that it's getting
Now that it's getting
That's,
bigger.
yeah. Yeah, wait, we'll take it.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Karanisa. Can we have one more nomination, Karanisa, from you? Brook Zaudu, Brook Bakun. Brook Zaudu. Personal risk. Come out here, buddy. What's been happening? What did you do?
Hi guys, my name is Brook. Personal wins. Not much has been going on. I think it's getting a bit hectic on the school side. A lot of exams, a lot of presentations. I have one tomorrow and another one on Monday. Another interesting thing, I guess, since you mentioned the football thing, is for me, I've been following the rap game, and it's been in a frenzy. A lot of people,
Oh,
a lot of people have been dissing a lot of other people,
yes,
and yeah, the fan base is divided, and I've been having a lot of heated arguments with my friends. That was fun.
did you hear the latest diss track that came from Chris Brown?
Yeah,
No.
that's not the latest actually, but yeah,
What's that? Who else?
Quavo responded. Yeah, it wasn't that good. But yeah, I won't bore you with the rap talk. That's what's been up.
Very exciting week for you.
Yeah.
Especially for people who are interested in the rapping. Yes. Thank you, Brookie. All right. Okay. Okay. Like I mentioned, team, the agenda is going to remain the same this week, except that we're going to have escalate updates from Mr. Brian today. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the organizational updates, which will be given to us by Emre. So yeah, Emre, you've been away for the past almost a month now since we have you standing in this stage.
Oh, I was in Science Museum in the previous edition, right?
It's over almost 2 months.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
It really didn't feel like it's been that long, team. But I'm very surprised. I think we should start decreasing the prices for the front seats and charging more for the back seats, guys. For some reason, right, our alignment is always somehow different than what you would expect. And when we look at the wins for the week, GTEx registration is completed. So what is this? Because I hear different people saying GTEx and GTEx. That's why I use both of them, guys. To me, it feels like both of them are used. And this is one of the biggest startup events in the continent. Indeed, they organize this at the worldwide, and we are going to join the Africa chapter. This year, this is going to take place in Morocco. And when Ethiopia's startup was canceled, Zelalem was asked to find such kind of an event so that we can display our projects and it can set a milestone. And he found this event. And in parallel, when we were having our attendance in African Diaspora Investment Symposium, the same organization is brought up to our attention by someone who is working at ARM. Steve, he's going to be there as well. And he also suggested us to attend. He said many relevant players like Africa's best tech companies, organizations are going to be there. So this is going to be a great place to display what we are capable of doing in terms of education, in terms of our projects at CoreDev. That will be a great opportunity. So what is our objective in this event? It is not to find investment for our projects, guys. Let me tell you what it is not. Because our projects are going to be able to attract bigger investors or same investors with a higher amount of stake or like funding to these projects once they have retention on them. Right now, we are still at the very early stages. Therefore, our objective in this organization is to give visibility to what we do. And if this helps us to find some partners to support A2SV ecosystem, this is going to be great. But as we heard from Adis Alemayahu yesterday, this is the time to give visibility, guys. We do great things, but we are not making noise out of it. And such events are going to help us to make noise out of what we are doing. And in terms of those efforts, one event that we have organized was last week, bringing all the G5 students from all our partner schools in Science Museum. So we had definitely over 250 people, I guess, right? And this was the first time we have seen all these people inside. And after that, we also came here and had a great time by joining Ghana Education Kickoff. So Ethiopian students here, they have seen Ghana people. Ghanaian students have seen the energy here. This was really nice. Like I personally really enjoyed, had very good interactions with some of the students. And I hope in the future, when we have such opportunities, maybe once a year or twice a year, it would be very nice to bring together A2SVians and allow them to get to know each other. So in terms of ML instructor interviews, well, there are two things we are doing. So with our strongest candidate who is great at machine learning but needs improvement on the communication end, we are going to see his performance with a lecture interview. So this was supposed to take place on Wednesday, but we had to push. I'm hoping that we will get the final picture sometime next week. And on parallel to this, Jordanis is also initiating our professional machine learning, head of machine learning hiring pipeline. And this way, we are going to be able to find people like who come to us rather than we go to them and try to convince them to join us. I hope this is going to help us to source some great people. So the next update is actually from David, I guess. Payroll for new employees. David, what's our current status? How many people are left?
Almost 5 people are remaining who are waiting for to be set up on payroll. Yes, from those people, I think 2 of them are remaining because they didn't have their own account number set up. That's why. Thank you.
Thank you very much, David. And lastly, as you all know, we had Adis Alemayahu visit yesterday. So let's remember a couple important things because we need to take them seriously. Number one, for core dev, he suggested that whoever is going to make interaction with voice is going to win. That's a big call, especially for AfroChat team. I would say it would be really great to build interfaces where people can interact with the phones in Amharic or also in English at the beginning. But eventually, we also want to go to the local languages starting Amharic. Again, voice interaction over anything else. Like he has plenty of experience by observing the market for a long time, guys. And I think he's right. When I text people, sometimes they call me back. Sometimes they send me very long voice messages here. Sometimes when I try to reach out to people, I see that they are always busy, they are on the phone. So this actually validates my observations as well. So let's understand this critical message. And the second big message I have taken was, we do great things and we need to give visibility. And for that reason, we are going to have such kind of interactions and attending such kind of Startup Ethiopia or GitX-like organizations to give visibility on what we do. So that's pretty much it for the wins. And what's coming next week? This is actually not next week, but tomorrow, the hackathon that was organized as part of the Startup Ethiopia event is going to finish. And I will be a jury member there. And Next week, we are going to continue with funding reach outs and escalate reach outs. Now, Mr. Ali and I in LinkedIn, we have a good system that is taking us to a meeting. So I'm hoping that next week we are going to start having more and more of these calls. And as we define the later stages of this pipeline, these things are going to come back as new funding partners and new hirings from Escalate. That's pretty much it, team. Are there any questions or points you want to bring up? All right, in that case, thank you.
Thank you, Emre. Okay, so yeah, that was it for the organizational updates. Thank you so much, Emre. And yeah, up next we'll be receiving Escalate updates, which is a chief business officer at Escalate who has joined us remotely. Brian, do we have you?
Yes, greetings, everyone. I have my Arsenal gear here, but you guys are probably too young to remember the Highbury Stadium.
The Gunners, let's go.
But great to meet everybody. For those I haven't had the chance to introduce myself to, I had a business, so focusing here more on Escalate, but obviously A2SV as a whole as well. My background comes from staffing and from building digital marketplaces. About 10 years ago, I joined Upwork in its early days and took the enterprise product on a ride until we went public. And then more recently, I focused on more vertical specific marketplaces in the legal and security spaces. So super excited to get Escalate off the ground. And this is a super exciting time. We're really starting to get customer interest and starting to create opportunities. And so we're really looking to the members of the talent marketplace team to fully complete their onboarding, complete their code signal assessment, and get their resumes ready to be shared with these clients. In very simplistic terms, we are all counting on you guys and on Escalate. We'll bring the opportunities in, but it's on you guys to impress the clients. And so your profiles, your resumes, and then eventually the interviews that you conduct are a key big part of that. And so we're hoping that Escalate will really diversify our sources of funds. This will also then provide the engine, the funding for us to continue to grow out our other core development projects. We want to use the funds from Escalate to continue to increase the amount that we're able to pay everybody post-graduation if they're able to stay a part of the program and contribute. So launched the actual Escalate website. And then this week I was at Startup Grind and really had a lot of positive reactions to what we're doing. A lot of the companies that I met with are pretty early on in their journey. And so we'll definitely be getting back in front of them as they grow and as they have a need for additional resources. There are a lot of active conversations and even opportunities that we are starting. And so we were hoping to send resumes early next week. So thank you all for contributing and getting those profiles ready to go and send over. About 16 or so, conversations related to Escalate, related to staffing, and then a good 5, maybe even more related to A2SV. And some of those were really exciting around Washington, DC think tanks, as well as CodePath. They're a nonprofit as well. They have a very similar mission, except they're focused not on universities around the world, but just some smaller, more underfunded community college universities in the United States, and getting those students who are often overlooked opportunities at big tech. So they already have partnerships with Salesforce, many other big names. And so we want to build similar partnerships where we can funnel their internship pipeline in the future. So this week, we've also started to get feedback from other people about the site. We've also signed on a strategic advisor, a former also alumni from Upwork who has a great connection in the staffing space, will also be an on-the-ground presence for us in the city of Chicago for other events like Startup Grind that he can go to as well. So he's been providing feedback on the website. The team has been super responsive about implementing those changes. So excited for some of the changes that we'll continue to implement and graduate the platform to. Things like getting the code signal assessments integrated directly into the site, and having the actual ability for clients to sign in, authenticate in some way. So right now we're getting our master services agreement, some terms created from a law firm. Do we want to integrate that directly into the site and make it a click-through agreement so they can just onboard themselves? Different considerations like that. At the event, there were a lot of sessions around product-led growth. And if you guys don't have that at the forefront of your mind when thinking about these core development and other projects, you definitely should. We want to make it as easy as possible for users to learn as much as they can about us, potentially try us out, all with it being a very ease of use user experience, and not necessarily hold them up by requiring them to book time with us and schedule calls or jump through a lot of hoops in order to experience our amazing talent that you guys are. So additional plans that are coming up. So I mentioned getting everybody onboarded, reviewing resumes, getting the sites continuously improved, and then that sign up, that meeting, that booking flow for how to create a new account as a client. So welcome any additional feedback. Again, encourage you guys to check out more product-led growth-oriented content, and then continue to provide feedback to escalate the user sign-up flow, and then incorporate that into your own projects as well too.
Thank you so much, Brian, for the brief Escalate updates. Now I'm going to invite, if there are any questions here attending physically, if there are any questions you guys have towards Escalate or any kind of suggestions or recommendations, please let Brian know right now. Is there anyone? None. Okay. Thank you so much, Brian.
All right, go Arsenal.
Go Arsenal. All right. Okay, up next we have Baruch to give us Ethiopian education updates. What's been going on throughout the past week. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Ragi. I'm Baruch Makonnen from In-Person Education. So this week we've tried to cover a Union Find lecture. And we're trying to buy accessory needs for the students, for the office. Some of them are already bought, but some still remains. Majorly the projectors, and we're trying to get Wi-Fi router for the office in order to make the internet availability a bit better. So yeah, that is going to be finalized in the upcoming week, hopefully. I think it's going to be bought maybe tomorrow, but we're going to have it in the upcoming week. Yes, we had experience sharing and Q&A session with the Q&A session with two A2SV alumni, Abel and Isaac from Google. And as Emra mentioned, we had experience sharing with Mr. Adsalamayo. We managed to visit AS2 actually for 2 days. The first day was a visit to G5 Education. We tried to give a speech and ask if there is anything that they want to know about A2SV from like the students' perspective. They don't have that much interaction with the people who are currently leading the organization. So we tried to give them opportunity to ask questions and to clear out anything that is like that they have and stuff like that. So we covered G5 the first day, and in the next day we covered G4 as well. And we had to witness a demo from G4 students, and it was a very interesting one. It was a good time. Yes, we finally got our project phase ideation form out. And like for all of you, if you have any idea that you like A2SV students to develop, this is a chance to to fill out the form. And there is also a very good prize money if your idea is selected. I guess to kind of motivate you, the prize is 20,000 Ethiopian birr if your idea is selected and it is pushed to be developed as a product by A2SV. So make sure to check out the form and populate it, like fill it if you have any idea that you would want A2SVians to develop. All right, so this is it for this week. For the plans in the upcoming week, we're planning to cover Bitwise lecture, Bitwise operations, and a visit to Adama ASTO as well, G5 Education in Adama. And also like Easter is coming the upcoming week, so we'll be giving Easter break. So these are the updates and the plans for G5 Education. Any questions?
Okay, do the project phase ideas, do they have to be very comprehensive when we're trying to provide them, for example?
What do you mean by very
like, do they have to be very detailed? Do we have to worry about some legal issues? Do we have to worry, are there some things we need to worry about, or should we just present our ideas as they are?
For starters, we just need ideas. Of course, there are some questions that you have to give more information about your idea, and also some open-ended questions, like to get a lot, like we have to understand what like the person that's giving the idea is trying to build, right? So we have some questions regarding that. But like legal issues and stuff, we have the product team that is going to be reviewing all the projects, like all the ideas after they are collected. So like we just need a lot of ideas now. Yes, bro. It is posted in all the groups in G5, G4, G3, I believe. I haven't checked G3, but if not, it's going to be posted in G3 as well. Like in all generations of A2SV, we'll be announcing this. Yeah, general channel for Slack as well, definitely. Any other questions? Thank you, Raji.
Okay. All right, let's take a minute for our G5 members and our interns to leave, as they have like afternoons, evening sessions at Amaskilo. Tolo, guys. Thank you for staying with us. You guys had the time. Okay, so Marty gave me a heads up about not being able to join for the Ghana education updates. So I was hoping maybe one of our Ethiopian education members could briefly explain what's been happening in the education updates, because I'm not seeing any representative from Ghana on the call so far. So, or do we have one? No. Okay. So one of our Ethiopian education squads, since you guys maybe have been in the sinks, if you guys have any sufficient knowledge about the points stated here, maybe you could give us some overview.
Right. So for our Ghana team and their wins, they got to visit the dean's office for a progress report. I'm assuming the dean's office at the Ghana school asked for progress reports on where the students are in the education path, and they've done that. Research on how to register A2SV at Ghana. I'm guessing that we're trying to become official there as an organization. Is that the case? But no.
I do like maybe in the future we should try this. Well, that's a very good case, Bill. And to give you the context around this one, in Ghana, after graduation, people are supposed to do national service, including software engineers. And there is a possibility that A2SV can register as that type of organization, and our graduates can work at A2SV for 1 year and count this as national service. Indeed, this is not guaranteed at the moment. So we are understanding the legal landscape, and we are checking whether this is possible or not. And if it is possible, then we are going to take the steps so that A2SV graduates can be hired and they can serve their national service while building digital technologies for their own people.
Yes, and for their plans, they will be continuing to research on how to register A2SV at Ghana. And another exciting news is a core dev member will be joining Ghana, and we're trying to finalize the visa application. As you guys know, the Ghana G4.5 students, they just finished their camp and they are entering the project phase. So to lead the efforts with the projects, we need an experienced member, and we're trying to get a core dev member there. Another one is start filtering students for internal interview. Now that they've gone through the problem-solving track of the first year education, we can independently conduct the internal interviews. But prior to this, they have to make sure that their resume is up to our bars and standards. Once the resume polishing status is finalized, they will be going through the internal interview, and we'll start filtering students. So those are the wins and plans for Ghana. Yes.
You may know.
Okay.
So we recently started having the conference for G4 students and Ghana students together, right?
Well, no, because last week we had the expo visit, and because of that we didn't have it. But this week, Yes,
Oh,
yes.
exciting times. Can you tell us more?
Yes, so we're trying now that G5, G4, and G4.5 are more or less on the same topic coverage. We want to up the competition a little bit by merging the contests all into one. So the Ghana time and our time is, I think there's a 3-hour difference. So because of that, it won't be at the same time, but there's a way to diversialize the contests after they take it at different times. We'll be doing that, and hopefully in the coming weeks we will also start divisions, and the competition is going to get more fierce as we go. Hopefully, it's going to be more. The students are going to be more incentivized.
We will be getting more information about this, right? On the channels and
Yes.
very nice. Okay. Yeah. Up next, we have remote education updates given to us by Belen or Yared. Most of the time, it was supposed to be Yared, but now we have Belen representing the remote education squad.
Okay, thank you, Dagi. So for remote education, group 5, this week we continued our second week of the camp. We had a lecture on stacks, queues, and monotonicity, and we finalized the YouTube lecture series based on, we got a final review, actually, this is not finalized. So we're working on the lecture series videos. And another win that we have is we received accessory needs earbuds. We distributed 8 earbuds for our remote education teams. And the plans we have on G5 is we are going to hire new intern heads of education. Some of them are already interviewing at this time. And we are also planning to continue lecture on recursion since we are on our camp. We're covering this tough topics. And another plan we have for G5 is finalizing the recording of the lecture video series. And the last plan that we have for G5 is a break for Easter, starting from Thursday. And for G4 second year education in remote, which is the Easy Pay team, we continued the development this past week. And we started landing page design, which is, we finalized our mobile design. So we're starting the landing page. And the last win that we had is we visited Ipswich and we had a conversation there, which was a good one. And the plans that we have for this secondary education is starting a new development sprint. We were trying to finalize the ones that we've already started. There were still some tasks that needed to be finished. So next week, we're going to start a new sprint. We're going to progress on the landing page design and progress on admin side user stories. So these are remote education wins and plans. Any question? Okay.
All right. Moving on, we have community education updates given to us by Paul. You're not Paul. You're Marty. Yeah. Okay, I think this is your first time coming here on the stage, Marty.
Yeah.
Right? Giving the weekly wins. Yes. Right, so give us a brief introduction about yourself.
Okay, hi.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nathanael. Paul is having an interview right now. He was supposed to be giving the weekly wins. So here I am. So for this week, our wins were, we've continued giving the community education session. So now we have 3 divisions. We've started Division 1. We've promoted 12 students from Division 2 to Division 1. And we have 3 divisions right now. So we've continued giving the lectures and how to approach sessions as well. And we've initiated a reach out for A2SV hackathon. So related to the hackathon, we've identified a list of universities where we have to reach out to get the word out about the hackathon, the upcoming hackathon. So we've initiated this process and we're going to be doing the reach outs next week, starting from next week. And another win is that about the head of education intern recruitment. We're currently conducting interviews right now. And we're also experiencing some reschedules related to the time. So we're going to be also conducting interviews tomorrow as well, and we're going to be finalizing this next week. And another one is we've prepared videos, introductory videos about the community education, and we'll be also posting those in the channel. So we've had many students having ambiguity about how to sign up for the community education. So we've already deployed a bot earlier. We've given an update on that, but still there should be visual things so that students can see that. And I think like we're going to be adding that into the bot as well, these videos. And yeah, these are the wins for this week. About the plans, next week we're going to be finalizing this remote head of education intern recruitment. We're going to be aggregating the results, and we're going to announce the results as well. And we're going to start the hackathon reach outs. We've identified the list of universities with reach out links. And the next thing is we're going to be planning the next phase of community education. So we have D1 students, and we're expecting some conversion coming soon. So we'll also be planning that as well. And these are the wins and plans. If you have questions. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So yes, up next we have communications updates presented to us by Vanessa. Vanessa, come out here. You are.
Okay. Thank you, Nathan. Hi, everyone. So from the communications team, we had to wrap up the ADIS 24 interviews, ADIS interviews, and it was Olufunto Borofis, and she was talking on women in entrepreneurship and stuff like that. And also we had it promoted internally and including the G5 students as well. And then we also covered some events, which included Startup Ethiopia on Saturday. And we really liked the engagement that you guys put on that post. So if we could put the same energy in almost every post, I think that would be actually great. I think is it like almost 300 likes and more than 10,000 engagement. So would like to have that continuous engagement as well. And then also we covered the Ghana live stream on the same day and had Ethiopia and Ghana in the same room in a way. And then we also had the Addis visit from yesterday. And from that as well, we're going to have a post today after this meeting, right? Because today we're a bit short-staffed, but we're bringing you guys some highlights on it in the form of photos, and then we're going to be working on some videos as well. And then we also got to interview him. So we're planning on doing another feature as well, like how we did it for the AGIS interviews. So that's going to be some more content as well. And we managed to also live stream this event, including the experiences sharing session as well. And then, as you know, we now also have A2SV Weekly News, where we try to bring you guys like the latest or something that's trending or good news at A2SV that we feel like is worth sharing internally and externally. And we created one for Escalate, and it's on YouTube. So please go and also watch for at least 30 seconds and then also like it as well. We also created a short version for Instagram, and we'll be delivering that as well. And then post it as well on LinkedIn. And then also we have been trying to push Escalate also on social media, which included the Startup Grind post that Brian attended and also the weekly news feature as well. So today, after this meeting as well, we're going to be posting about the recap that they had on day 2. So please look out for those links as well in the general channel. And also, Brooke, I will share. Okay, where's my code? Okay, I will share, yes. I will share, traditionally share the document for the G5 students so that they can also engage with us. And then, of course, we did social media posts, which included the events that I've spoken about and also some YouTube videos that we have. So now because of a lot of content that we constantly have, we're not really doing what we used to do, like for each YouTube post, say go and like and stuff like that. So we want YouTube also to have its own presence as well. So be checking out some information on YouTube as well. And if we want to make it a post, because we're trying to limit some graphics, then we can advertise it as a thumbnail on other social media platforms. And we also have new hires that as I mentioned before, we're doing some interviews for junior content creator position, and we have the new hires. They actually don't know, but because, well, we're the communications team, we like to spill the tea. So would like to congratulate Abigail from AS2, who's going to be joining the social media team. We're very excited to have her. And we're also going to be having Bisrat, who's external, and he's going to be joining us here as well at our Brohood. So I don't know if is Abigail part of the meeting?
Abigail, I think she is.
Okay. If she is, then congratulations. Officially, we'll reach out to them as well and introduce them to the team and orient them on how the social media team works. And we're happy to have them. Moving on to our plans, we're going to bring you this post today after this meeting, and then we're also going to create a video that we're going to publish on Monday. And then we're going to have some social media content that we still have. We had a mid-series with Zalalem. We also had a mid-series with Ephraim in Ghana, so we're going to be bringing that. And then also a Q&A session that we also had on Core Dev. And then also with regards to hackathon planning, we're going to be compiling some testimonial videos and try to have marketing material ready, which include also one-pagers that the team making reach outs on LinkedIn can also reach out to the different audience when they are marketing A2SV and also the hackathon as well. And then we're also going to have some Core Dev posts, which includes some photos and reels. I think we're going to have this tomorrow. So yes, so we're going to have this as well for the Core Dev teams. And also, we're also going to have A2SV weekly news. And this time around, the feature would be the internship placements that we have, the 4 internship placements. And we're really excited to talk about it and also advertise it to the community and externally as well. I think that's it for the communications team, if you have any questions. If not, thank you, Dago.
You don't have any questions? Thank you so much, Vanessa, for the extensive updates about communications, which include social media team as well. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened throughout the week in communications. Up next, we actually wanted to demonstrate a few things. Vanessa, you were supposed to do this. So like Brian mentioned earlier, so as a A2SV squad, the Escalate squad is actually part of the Startup Grind event at the moment. So here is what happened. On day one, we managed to get some footage from Brian. Also, the Startup Ethiopia Expo that we almost had everyone join. This was the event that Vanessa was talking about. Also, as you guys can see on the left, bottom left corner, our Ghana members, which were having that event at the same time that we were having the entirety of the A2SV members. So again, this is something that happened yesterday on the event. We will have more things to show you on the social media posts. We will have up next here is Adi Salamayo, had a chance to visit us here in the office. So most of you guys were here, so you guys should know. Yes, and then up next, we're going to be having some product updates by Heo. Heo, how are you?
Thanks, Dagi. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Heo, and I'm here on behalf of the BI team to give you some insights into our plans for the next week and to provide our achievements from the past week. So our wins include we were able to provide ongoing support to all the core dev teams that were participating in the expo. We will also set up deadlines, and we planned out some milestones for the UI team as well. This regarding for core dev projects too. We were able to follow up and review UI designs for mostly education projects and some of the core dev projects. And we finalized registration, which is a great milestone that Emre mentioned earlier. The JITEC Expo is one of the biggest and, if not the biggest, tech and startup show in the world. So we're preparing for that, and we have finalized the registration. And we're following up on our nominations. When we by nominations, we are nominated for the Global Startup Awards. But to cut it short, we're nominated in 3 different categories, and we can't just sit there. We need to officially accept and follow up on these nominations. So our plans for the next week is we are actively seeking out potential partners and investors that can align with our missions and visions. And these are mostly from the expo. We have found potential partners, and we followed up. We hope to follow up on our nominations, the one I mentioned earlier. We're also following up on the progress of all projects based on the milestones for the upcoming expo. As I told you earlier, it's the biggest expo, so we have to prepare accordingly, and we also try to finalize and share a kill guide with organizations because it's been an issue thus far. And finally, we will craft and define business models for the core projects, especially for the social projects like Akil and Adrot. So that's our plan. So if you don't have any questions, I appreciate your attention. Thank you.
You don't have any questions. You started off by saying that. Do you have any questions? That's what you were supposed to say. Anyway, if there are no questions, thank you here for the brief updates. And finally, we have finance updates, which will be given to us by Dave.
Hi, everyone. My name is David. I'm head of finance Ethiopia in A2SV. I'm going to present you last 2 weeks wins and next week plans. So last 2 weeks we set up, like we sent salaries for our employees which have been waiting for their salaries for 2 or 1.5 months. Next one is we sent out April salary for interns who have been interning for in A2SV, and we sent out their salaries. The next one is we continued sending out stipends for students. The next one, A2SV Ethiopia May projection as shared to seniors to be reviewed and to get finance for A2SV. So basically, projection is May projection is what we is about what we expend on May. So it's that is it. The next one, this one looks like interesting because finance has been led by one person for about since March 21 2023. Since I joined A2SV, I was the only one who was leading finance for almost 13 months, and I'm excited to I'm excited to maybe let's say to be let's say to lead this finance with one more person who is my friend of mine and is recommended by Emre Varol. Thank you. So that is it. The next one is if you want to know who is he is my friend Nathaniel Bakala. The next one, contracts have been sent to for new employees. I mean, for core devs, most of them are core dev members. So plans for next week. A2SV Ethiopia quarterly report will be shared to seniors. The next one, May salary for interns. The next one, contract update with exit protocol. This one is also crucial for everyone because for every A2SV members, not members, actually staff members who are employees right now, because the exit process of from A2SV looks like simple, and they just send an email, and a simple email which says thank you for maybe for experience I get from A2SV, and then from this one, let's say they only send email like and spend, let's say, if they want to resign from A2SV, they just send email and then resign from A2SV. So we are planning to update the contract that we are going to send to A2SV employees by creating some formalities towards this one. So hopefully we will be finalized with this contract update in next week. So I think this are plans for next week, and I'd love to hear questions from you, if you have.
No questions? No suggestions? Thank you, David.
All right, thank you.
All right. Okay, and yes, now for the exciting parts, we have G4 project updates. One by one will be coming, and you'll be giving us what they've been up to throughout the week. And I think if the development stages are almost ready, maybe moving forward, we may potentially have demos. How does that sound, G4 team leads? Maybe let's have an internal conversation. Maybe starting from next week, we can start having demos. So yes, for Bazaar, we're going to have Futsum out here. Where's Futsum? Oh, it's not Futsum, it's you. You guys should update this then. Well, Zaga, please come give us the Bazaar updates, what's been happening throughout the week. You want?
Yeah, for Bazaar, we have been conducting interviews for the car sellers, and is it updated? Oh, we have been conducting the interviews for the car sellers, and we have been finalizing the analysis. We have got some useful thing from the interviews. That's like to add a video for the products that we are going to list for on the website, and that's one thing that we have got from the interview. And we are going to the testing is still continuing, and we've been refactoring some code bases on the projects, and we're going to plan the coming week, and it's not updated. Yes. No, like it's not updated.
Come on now. This is not updates?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess you're gonna have to give us some
Yeah,
updates.
maybe. Yeah, I can very well talk. For the updates, like last week, we have been presenting the demos, and we have had some insights from Imre, and he suggested to add the AI features for our project, and the projects kind of to add the chatbot for the project. And the other thing is we have been given an insight from Addis Alamayo, and he suggested to have a specific, to be specific on our products. We were talking about to add different kinds of products on our project. It's a car and a house. Then we're going to list the services, the products for all these house and cars. And also, like for the future, we were planning to add another products as well, but he suggested to have a specific, to choose a specific product and to be to be professional on that product. So that will be getting preference from the other users on our products. The other thing is, let me think. Yes, I guess like that's for the updates, and for the coming weeks, we're going to have finalize the analysis of the interviews. We'll be continuing on testing the code bases. And also we'll be having a meeting with other team leads, and we're going to have think regarding the AI features that we're going to add on our projects. Basically, we're planning to add a chatbot for other projects as well. So it's kind of a same feature with the others. Maybe we can have some experience with the core dev members, and we'll be talking to them. And the other thing is we'll be having a sync with the product teams regarding the features that needs to be modified based on the suggestions on the interview, and also on our insights from yesterday's visit. And from the UI UX part, we'll be having the updates on the UI UX parts, since like it needs some modification on that, so we'll be having that. If you guys have any questions, I'm here.
Thank you so much. Okay. Yes, up next we have Hakim Hub by Mritab.
Thank you, Dagi. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ratab, and I'm going to be giving you the weekly wins and plans on behalf of Hakim Hub. Let's start from the wins. So we conducted interviews with doctors from Hakim Hub. Actually, some of our members are currently there conducting the interview with doctors, and we believe this interview will help us. This really help us to plan for the upcoming features and to prioritize some of the features, and also assess the feasibility, and also to prepare user stories. And next, we are trying to use Blue Health's network to get more interviews, and we are trying to utilize different methods to reach out more to more doctors. And the other one is we started implementing UI for chatbot for both teams, for both mobile and web teams. And from backend side also going on. The next one is we are currently reviewing the UI UX and updating for some of the UIs which needs updating. And since this is a continuous process, since UI UX is not done yet, we new UI UX designs come up, and we saw them and review the UI UX. This is currently going on, and we couldn't progress much on testing. This is because we were focusing more on implementing the newly coming designs and finalizing the first MVP. So yes, that's it for the wins. Let's move on to the plans. We definitely analyze. We will analyze the responses we got from the interview, and we plan to finalize chatbots from the backend side, since this is something which requires much more effort than your web and mobile from the backend side. And the other one is we plan to review. We will continue reviewing the UI UX, and also we will start and finish the profile page for both mobile and backend. I don't think this will take us more than 2 or 3 days, and all this will lead us to finalizing the first MVP. So yeah, that's it for the plans and wins. Any questions?
Thank you. Up next, we have Rideshare by Nazri. Nazri, once again, the audience is this way, not that way.
Hi everyone, I'm Nazra, project lead for Rideshare. So starting with our wins, we've continued development and testing as with every other week. We started development for the driver side app. So far all the progress was on the user side, so that the users use. We decided to make it 2 separate apps because it was too different to be on the same app. Complex. So we started development on that end. We've received UI for the authentication flow, so we've started implementing that. We've started the second round of user interviews from the product side. two of our product interns have taken this task, and I've heard that we started it late this week, but I've heard that we've already had one interview, and we'll continue to do those next week. We've also added UI UX designs for the mobile and web apps. I've put that in progress because we don't have all the ones we need for the MVP, but they continue to be added, so we'll continue working on those. And we've also had the chance to pitch our product to Mr. Adisalamayo yesterday, I think, and it went well. So that's the wins. Moving on to the plans for next week. Obviously, we're going to continue development and testing. We're going to continue development for the driver side app, which we started this week. We're going to try to finalize the endpoints for the admin side features. We've gotten most of them done, but on the admin side, there's a lot of admin work, like managing the users, managing the drivers, and managing the packages. So it's a lot of endpoints, and hopefully we can finalize those by next week. We're also working on payment integration and push notifications on all three platforms. After all our stand-up meetings, the team leads from each sub-team have discussions on like how they will design the system as a whole, and hopefully we can get that done next week. We're also planning to finalize the MVP for the rider side app. It's a bit ambitious, but maybe if possible, we can finish that next week. And then finally, we're hoping to get more UI UX designs for mobile and web. So if anyone has any questions.
Thank you, Nazir. Okay, let's go to our us two projects now. Let's have Vertex presented by Nahum. We have Nahum or any representative for Vertex.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, my name is Nahum Abtamu. I'm the lead for the backend team for the Vertex project. So when we start with our wins, we had our demo for the web and mobile team for the sprint 2. We had a demo with Emre present in person here at Addis Ababa Astu. And we had some discussions and took some comments on the project. And for the next win, the backend team has finished implementing the CRUD operations for the problems feature. And mobile team has also finished the problem feature UI. And for the whole wave, mobile and backend team, we'll be checking and clearing up for any bugs left on sprint 2. And some tasks that are not finished yet. The product team has started populating some learning resources into the platform, and the backend team has started researching on judges for the problems feature. So when we go to our plans, the product team will continue populating on learning features in the platform, and there will also research any legal or license issues with the judge platform. If we're going to use other people's judge platform, they're going to check on that. And for the web team, they will start implementing Sprint 3, the problems feature. And for the web team, there was a problem with people. There is some problem with people. So we have been, I think they have onboard. They're going to start onboarding interns that's assigned to help with them. And they're going to start, the mobile team is going to start implementing the status update features. And at last, the backend team is going to start unit testing for the problems feature.
Thank you, Naum. Next, we have Spartank by Mati. Mati? Physically. Good to see you.
Thank you. So, from the Spark Tank side, our wins are we have conducted interviews with entrepreneurs, and also we continue working on the proposal builder feature as well. And we updated the documentation for the endpoints for the newly added features. And for the like, we have conducted a demo for Imre and like received valuable feedbacks, and like, we are working on addressing those feedbacks. And also the Google OAuth authentication for mobile is also ongoing. By the end of like today, it would be finished. And for the plans, the development and testing efforts like will continue, and like we'll also work on the proposal builder feature. And we have scheduled a meeting with AfroChat team about the AI features for the proposal builder, and the UI UX team is also adding like new UIs, and yes, this is it, I guess.
Thank you, Martin. And finally, we're going to be going over our core dev projects, what's been happening throughout the week on our core dev projects. So we're going to start off by with adults. So for adults, we're going to have Adona to present to us. Ado.
Hi everyone, my name is Adona A2SV and I'm the project lead for adults. So this week the focus was on the doctor's flow. We prepared the schema design. We've also started working on the authentication. We've prepared the endpoints and also the UIs on the mobile side. So we'll integrate them next week. One major update for this week was we had a chance to go to Nancy Hospital and onboard some pregnant women. So they allowed us to onboard 10 pregnant women that came for follow-up. So we onboarded them and we'll be following up with them in coming weeks to see how they've been interacting with our company. So the other update is attending the Startup Tech Expo. So one major update for adults is this week, the Minister of Health came to the expo and we actually pitched our adults to her. And she also specialized in gynecology, and it was really interesting to get her feedback, and it was all positive. So yeah, that was the news for adults for next week. So we had a review session with Henry this week regarding the doctor's flow. We have received some comments, so we'll work on updating those comments next week. One is adding some features that doctors might like, and so regarding that, we'll do a literature search. We'll also update the schema design based on the comments and also the UI. We'll also finalize the authentication. Any questions?
Thank you. Up next, we're gonna have Timaki. Our Timaki representative is Bon. Bon, to come here.
Hello everyone, my name is Bontu. I'm a web member of Akil. So for this week, we've participated on the pitch competition at Startup Ethiopia, and we've onboarded 2 new organizations, which we got 1 opportunity posted, and we have addressed some bugs that we received as a feedback, and we have integrated the applicants page on the admin side so that we can track new applications daily and timeline basis. And for the next week, we've planned to conduct a review and planning session for GTEx Expo, and we will be trying to integrate the rate and review features on both mobile and web app. Also, we'll be completing the custom questions feature for the website, and we'll be visiting CCRD Ethiopia in person. Also, we'll be finalizing the user guidelines for NGOs with product team. And if anyone has a question, I'm here to answer.
Thank you. Team AfroChat is up next. We're gonna have Abel.
Hey everyone, I'm Abel from Team AfroChat, and I will be giving you our weekly focus for AfroChat team. So, first one, we have participated on Startup Ethiopia event, and from this expo, we have already gathered more than 100 plus new members for our platform. So, yeah, and also we already have five plus business partners that wanted to work with us. So yeah, it was a good event for us. And next we have also we have other support for GPT-4 and Cloudea. So these two models, like currently we have disabled them because we haven't decided on the rate limit on how much one person can use, since these models are pretty much expensive. So after that one is decided, they will be available for everyone at A2SV and for those who are using our platform. So yeah, and also for since AfroChat Wave is also currently in development, the authentication part is completed, and the rest is going to be done since it's in our next plan. So yeah, that's also in a good progress. And our experiment on RAG is related to retrieval mechanism of previous conversation. Like we can add different kind of meeting notes and different kind of data, and basically you can have a chat with it. So it's going pretty much strong, and currently we have a score 4 out of 5. And after some hyperparameter optimization, we might get better result on this. So yeah, for the RAG, that's the update. And we are like after discussion with some of our business partner at the expo, like there's a strong need, especially for Amharic LLMs and also local LLMs. So we have also been doing research and experiment on running and deploying LLMs locally and how much they would cost. That's also not finished yet, but we will have like a solid plan on how can we deploy Amharic LLMs for cheaper price. So yeah, that's in progress. And also we have also made a discussion with cybersecurity consultants, and yeah, we have a follow-up meeting on next week. So those are our wins, I would say. And for the plan, we'll be continuing the bug fix and improvement on our platform, and also the web app is going to be in development, and also the payment package. Since we have the GPT-4 and Cloudea, we can now start getting some revenue from the user. So the payment will have a different package for the premium user. So the payment package implementation will be started by the next week. Yeah, that's about it for us. Thank you.
Any questions?
It's not a question, but more of a suggestion. Like my recommendation, like especially in terms of like at this point where we don't have computation power, financial payment, and all that. Like rather than going that direction, why not achieve the performance of the existing models? Because every day there's a new model coming, right? And like what we have seen, GPT-4 is doing significantly better job than GPT-3.5 in our height. So I don't know about the other new models like Llama 3, Cambridge, right? There are a lot of Amharic users on Facebook, right? So like how do those models perform at the moment? Because they are also not providing any value to many different people.
Yeah. So for that matter, like we have already done an experiment on the LLMs that are already available, and maybe the GPT-4 is the one that is working better, but only in understanding context. So you can write anything in Amharic, but it would understand the question, but the response is not that great. So for Llama 3 and other open source model, they are not that good, but there's any any open source Amharic models that have been open sourced by Gary AI. Those people were also at the expo. So yeah, we haven't run their model on our local machine, but maybe after seeing that, we might change our mind and maybe try to just spin up and deploy their model, since it's already open source. Or if we can't do anything with, or maybe if we can do some little fine tuning with it. Yeah, it's currently on experiment stage. So basically, we don't know the path where we are going to take next. So we'll have further discussion on this one with the team, based on the finding that we would get next. So that will be done by the next week. So. Any other questions? No.
Thank you, Abel. All right, so up next we have Rate It, which is going to be presented to us by Makwanant. Makwanant? Was that a prank? It was a prank. Makwanant, why are you scared?
Okay. So for the wins, most of the things we've been focused on testing our platform. So we're done with the mobile app and backend testings. So we've done unit and widget testing on the mobile app, and we've also done unit and integration testing for the backend. And also we've prepared a mobile development guideline. That's we thought is some sort of necessary. So we build upon what we already have, and we've devised a new guideline document. So other teams were also interested, so they could also check it out. And then we did our iOS version testing. So most of the features work except our map feature, and we're intending either like to rely on other map service provider, and we're also planning to test it on actual device. So working on emulators. So we'll be fixing it sooner. And we're working on the restaurant dashboard user stories. We've finalized the user stories, and the product team have been giving reviews, and the final review is going to be given by Emre, and then we'll move on to the UI and implementation. So for the next week, we're going to work on new user stories for the features to be added on the mobile app. So we're yet to decide the features to be added. So we have prepared a prioritization document for the features to be added. So we're going to work on the hotspot. And we're going to share our mobile app on App Store. So Afrochat team has taken the task of creating the developer's account, and we've set up our, I think we've added our app, and then after doing some testing, and if it's allowed, we'll see the process, and it will be available hopefully in the next week. So for the iOS users, and this is one of the features we're planning to add on the mobile app. So it's yet to be decided. Quick review is going to be added on the Telegram mini app. So we've added features on Telegram mini app. We've at this point added most of the features we have on the mobile app except map features. So we're also going to add the quick preview, and we're going to update the web dashboard design and implementation afterwards. So that's all for our wins and plans. Any questions?
Any questions, recommendations?
Thank you.
And finally, we have Team Skillbridge, which is going to be presented to us by Liban this week. Liban, is this your first time? No, all right. You're right.
So for SkillBridge, we wanted to add some features before the release. So we have been working on that too. So there were some features that we thought are very important. So the mobile team has been working on that. To mention few, referring a friend and sharing contents, and questions as well. So such kind of things. Offline usage, or downloading contents offline and things like that. So some of them are there, and some of them will continue next week. So on the admin dashboard, we have been trying to create a matrix to measure their engagement, the time they spent, and things like that. So hopefully we finalize it next week. So we plan to visit high schools, but we didn't. So the expo continued from the last week until Wednesday. So yeah, and we finalized marketing before class. So that was the wins for us. So for the next week, we'll try to push the filial teachers to finish content review and question review. We also some of the questions we're skipping image questions with image and graphs. So we'll complete that and we'll finish for his exam with image graphs and everything. Will be the image will be fully complete. So yeah, and we'll implement the engagement that we want like to. It will help in the future to pick focus groups during the interviews and stuff. So when we do interviews, we are not getting that much feedback because we're just randomly asking questions and sending forms. Yeah, and also the next week is holiday week, so we are planning to finish this so that we don't overpromise and under deliver. Yeah. If there are any questions.
Not question, but recommendation next time. Like speak a bit louder. Because even I was having a hard time hearing while I was standing thinking through.
I'll try.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually doing the bare minimum here when I speak, and I believe everybody in this room can hear me. When I'm trying to be intentionally loud, it's going to be like this. But you know, speaking like on a normal basis, I feel like that's something that we all need to practice because you know, louder voice are more dominating and they tend to get people's attention. So if you're like, especially if you're about to present something in front of an audience, please try to speak loud so that your audience will be more engaged. So. Yes, we were supposed to give conclusive remarks from Mr. Alper, but Mr. Alper has informed me that he will not be giving us, he will not be attending this week's weekly wins. So regardless, I have prepared a quote of the day, which will be given to us by the most senior member we have here. So let's see who here is. I guess it's going to have to be Emre then. Emre, would you like to join us for the conclusive remarks or?
So if he's not around.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be my pleasure to introduce Mr. Uğur Abi. Can you hear me? He just joined. Great timing. Uğur Abi, can you hear us?
I can hear you, Emre.
Okay, perfect. The stage is yours. But before
Thank you.
you can bring it back. Yeah.
Dear friends, today I would like to talk about the quality of the delivery that we are making, especially for the tasks. And then when we talk about the quality of the delivery, we should at least take a review before delivering it. Since sometime between ourselves, we discuss always about the quality. That means people try to deliver as many tasks as possible. That means quantitative wise, okay, we are delivering a lot. But how about the quality? We should take care of it. And the quality comes with a certain responsibility. That means that will reflect our capacity of delivering the proper quality. That means we have to take care of what we are delivering. If needed, we have to double check. Even if we are sending out a very simple message, we have to take care of the 4 eyes principle, which means beside us, at least one of our friends should look at it and then check from his point of view if this is the right way to deliver it. The same applies to the daily tasks. If you are not 100% confident of what you are delivering, please choose one friend who can support you into checking out what needs to be delivered. That's why we have to step up at a higher level to deliver the quality, not only the quantitative part. That means, of course, in our system, we can take care of how many different tasks we were able to deliver, 100. So what about the quality of it? Is it 40%, 50%? We shouldn't hurry up to deliver. We should take care about the quality as well. That's how we can improve ourselves, especially within A2SV. Since we are improving our size of the organization, number of the projects, everything, we should be confident that we are one of the organizations which can deliver high quality projects. This is the image of our organization. We can always lose some time, perhaps some minutes, some hours. As long as we do deliver the right quality, that's fine. If we deliver late, on top of it, poor quality, it's not acceptable anywhere in the worldwide. Does it make sense, dear friends? I want to hear from you. Dear audience, I didn't hear you.
They were on mute. Can you guys respond? Did it land well? Did you guys take what Mr. Ur had to say to heart? Mr. Ur, we're using a microphone, but most of the students are agreeing.
Okay, okay. They can shout if they agree. I want to hear.
Okay. Can you guys show some gestures? Did you guys understand what Mr. Ur had to say? Yes. Mr. Ur, can you say that? Can you see that?
Yes, I can say. Thank you very much. Please, let's keep in our mind that we are able to deliver high quality, and in each and every task we are delivering, keep in mind, it should be first thing first in your checklist. Do I deliver high quality? Did I check it again? Is it in line with my high standards that I can deliver it? Thank you for that.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ruhur. So yeah, with that, I would like to conclude this week's weekly wins event for April 26th. I would like to wish you guys a happy weekend. I wasn't sure if any senior member was going to join us, so I went ahead and prepared a quote of the day. Either way, so today's quote comes from William Shakespeare. It says, "Better 3 hours too soon than a minute late." Maybe I'm not the best person to say this, but please take that to heart. And yes, if you guys have anything that you'd like to improve when it comes to the weekly wins, please reach out to me directly or on Slack. So maybe we can see how we can make adjustments in order to make the weekly wins more entertaining and fun. We're trying our best to improve it every week. So goodbye, everyone. Mr. Ur, thank you for joining in last minute.
Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
All right, you too. All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.